Welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Abdul Majid Challaparamban, biology teacher, HST Natural Science, Vengara, Malappuram, Kerala, India. In this video, I would like to put an humble request. In this video, I would like to put an humble request in front of the rich people, in front of the rich people living all over the world. In this video, I would like to put in the mind of rich people an humble request. My request is an humble request. That is a question. Would you help the poor? This COVID-19 situation, especially I request you, my dear all rich people, would you help the poor around you? That is my humble question. My dear rich people, come along with me to listen my words. Please listen my words, which are very, very useful for your life, for your life in this life before death, and in the life after death. That words are very useful for you. So I invite you, my dear rich people, I invite you all to listen my words carefully. In this speech, what I mean that the rich people must have the poor around you. The rich people, my dear rich people, you must help the poor. You must spend from your wealth to the poor living around you. You must listen them. In this COVID-19 situation especially, I request all the rich people living all over the world. This speech, what I mean that the rich people must spend your money to the poor because they are living in roadside veranda, suffering bites of mosquitoes, rainfall, sunlight heats, without enough food or enough water, etc. So we must help, especially the rich people must help the poor people in this situation, especially in this situation. I tell you, how can we sleep? My dear rich people, please think, how can we sleep? How can you sleep? How can I sleep without listening these words? Suffering the bites of mosquitoes, they are sleeping in the roadside or veranda, etc., suffering the bites of mosquitoes without enough food, without enough water, without a shelter place properly. So we must, all men, especially all rich people in all over the world, must help the poor people around you. You must look around you and you must find the poor people who are suffering from different types of difficulties. So we must, my dear rich people, I request you, that is my humble request from my heart, This is my humble request to you from my heart. We must listen the voice. If you believe in God, if you believe in God, or if you believe in life after death, you must spend your money properly. Properly means you must help the poor. You must give the money for the poor around you. In this situation, especially in this situation, because coronavirus, all are in their home, all are in their homes, living in their homes without going to jobs. So we, especially in this time, the corona, in the time of spreading corona all over the world speedily, we must have the voice. It is must, because they can't go jobs, they can't go to jobs. So many people are, they can't go for their job, they can't go to job. So we must help them. That is my humble request. If you believe in gods, if you believe in God, if you believe in the life after death, if God asks you, if suppose if God asks you, a question, if God asks you a question, that is, the question is that why didn't you have the boys around you after death? If God asks you this question, what are you going to answer? What are you going to give answer? If God asks you, didn't help the poor around you, why? Didn't help the poor around you, why? If God asks this question, what are you going to, can you answer the question properly? If you want to answer this question properly, you must, and we must, all, especially all rich people, must help the poor all over the world. I request all the rich people living all over the world must help the poor, because all are staying in their homes without going to their job. So we must listen. We must spend our money to the poor having no good shelter. We must spend our money the poor having no proper shelter, enough food or enough water, etc. Every rich man and woman must listen my words. Every rich man and woman all over the world must listen my words. God will ask us. God will ask you, why didn't you have the voice the time of the spreading time of COVID-19? So this is my humble request you and all human beings. We are all human beings. The poor living all over the world. The poor living all over the world. They have flesh like us. They have brain like us. They have mind, thought like us. So we are all human beings. Poor people are human beings. And rich people are human beings. All are human beings. Human beings. So we must help them without any partiality. We have no any partiality in this case. In this COVID-19 time especially, we have no any partiality. In other time also, all are human beings. All are human beings. All have mind, brain, flesh, organs, etc. So we must think about the poorest in the world. So I conclude my words. My dear rich people, you must care my words in your mind. You must convey these words in your mind. Don't forget, please. Don't forget, please. That is my humble request. With this, I conclude my words. Thank you. Thank you very much.